Hello and greetings, everyone. It is GleeCon, and I'm back, bringing you another episode of Lore of Warcraft. On our last episode, we read a little bit about the Scarlet Crusade, something that we've read about a few times over the past episodes. Some a while ago, some recently. We just kind of saw them. It didn't really get into some of the things that we have had revealed in the novels and in the comics that we've read about it, but it did kind of allude to some of those things, and it talked about some of the higher members of the Scarlet Crusade that maybe we haven't talked about before in their both the Dungeons and Dragons context and in the context of Classic. So check that episode out if you want to hear some of those things, all about the World of Warcraft role-playing game Dungeons and Dragons source book. We've also been playing through Classic, and here we're going to do something a little different. On the last episode, we played through as Callie, and she did some quests in Stonetalon. And she's falling behind a little bit. We actually have kind of a spread among our characters. Shalasir is falling behind, Maln, Talanji. Some of these characters are falling behind, whereas Erator is level 26. So stay a while and listen as we jump back in, not with the next in line, which would be Erator, but with Callie again. So the reason why we have to do this is because I have kind of a mapping which at this point I'm tied to, and I probably would have done this differently in the future. And when we do Burning Crusade Classics Journey, we will absolutely do it differently. But I have it slated on my old schedule for both Callie and Erator to do Duskwood. Duskwood is his next one, and that would be the next thing that he's going to be starting with. While we're here, we need to go turn in this retrieval for Morin. The problem is that the Erator is ready to go. He's level 26. He's ready to start questing in that region, and Callie is not. And we have nobody else questing in Stonetalon. So I could branch off. I could level her up. I could go out of sync, but I don't want to double record videos, or I don't want to have these long periods of darkness. We've all talked about this before, where we go dark with certain characters for a long time. So I'm going to try something new, and we're going to plow through with a few consecutive episodes of Callie finishing off Stonetalon Mountains, which is actually a preview of sort of how we're going to kind of do it in Burning Crusade Classic, and we'll just see how this goes. So first, let's turn this in.
Need something?
He says, "Hello again, Callie. Have you already returned from the Vale in Stonetalon with the scales already?"
This is perfect adventure. Thank you greatly. Perhaps one day in the future I'll be able to help you as you have helped me.
Perhaps.
See you later.
All right, so he did give us a thing. So yeah, we're just going to focus on the next few episodes with her busting it out as quickly as possible. This is a 20.3 DPS. That's good. A much better wand. Let's disenchant any magical things that we have found. She needs to sell some stuff. She's got, we do have, see, she can't, she's kind of screwed where we haven't been finding any linen at all. But she needs to be able to make linen. So, that takes two. So she could make a couple cloaks. A couple capes. Alright, so we're going to kind of mess around with her jobs a small pinch. She doesn't really have anything, actually, that she can mess around with. Because even with this, it's not going to get us to the next tier.
I am honored.
I don't know what this person... Yeah, see, that's 70. Which 75... We need to get to 75, so we need to get lucky and find some linen, unfortunately. We might have to... We need 6 points of it, so we might actually have to just bite the bullet at some point if we get too loaded down with wool and buy some linen, or at least have somebody ship it over for us. But we do need to go and purchase some thread, just sell some stuff off. Same thing with enchanting. We're not in any kind of space right now to do anything with it, really. I don't remember where the stupid... I think we just did a full circle. Duncan's Textiles, is that where we just were in? I don't know. I also messed up on my timing last time, and no, this is what we want. And
Open for business.
I must have been off on my timing, and yeah. I did not give us the time that we really should have had. It cut us off, I think, by about 10 minutes, close to 15 maybe. All right, so she's getting close, like she's 69, but we still need 6 points. And it takes 2 to make a bolt of linen cloth takes 2 linen. We need 2 for each of those, assuming it stays in the limelight there. So we need essentially 12, so 11 more. So we need 22 more pieces of linen. It's not crazy, but it's not favors either. So we're gonna sell off some of this stuff we hunted, and then we're gonna make our way. I probably could have kept some of those tail feathers. I don't know. But she can toss these covert ops plans. I don't think she needs that anymore. She doesn't need coal. That bag is gonna come from a place of gonna go to the bank. So she also needs to do her training of her class. We are sitting at a gold and a half. That's nothing. So let's see what we can get the old lady. And then she has to make her way back. So part of this journey, unfortunately, is going to be us traveling all the way back. But we have a few episodes in a row that we're going to do with her. But we need to go back. So I'm trying to enjoy it and not overly stress it. It's all just a game, but it does feel like we're sort of. We wouldn't have run into this problem had I done it the other way, and it is what it is. We won't run into it when we do Burning Crusade Classic or Wrath of the Lich King Classic, especially since those are on the same servers. We have a plan for that, and then when we restart retail, because of the leveling process that occurs in retail, we should be okay because everything scales. So it doesn't matter where you go. We could start just batches of dudes, and it just won't really matter. Won't matter how we play, who we play, where they're at. We can go in whatever order we want. We can throw every character in whatever zone we want because everything will scale. And I'm fine with that. So it's first aid. We don't need that. She can't really afford to train first aid because she doesn't have the materials needed. There's a priest trainer right there.
How are you?
All right, so I can learn mana burn, which I don't. There's 3 powers right there. There are 3 powers right there, and we have mind vision. So that's a level 22. Dang it. 24, 22, 22. So she's just. All right, so let's learn the 22s first. Yeah, we're kind of out of luck. So our only shadow magic is mind vision. Lets me see through the target's eyes for 1 minute. I could care less. Sure, it's a... Yeah, what am I going to do with that? Whatever, I'll put it up there. Who cares?
Good day to you.
All my disciplined ones, which are really what she's been leaning into. Alright, so I guess I'll upgrade her resurrection and her smite, which that doesn't even allow. I don't even have enough silver to pick one level 24 move. That's trash. Whatever. Alright, so I don't know how she just got so bad on money. So her smite's a little bit more powerful. Her res is powerful, and she can't afford anything else. If I could sell something. She has so much wool. Could sell enough to maybe get 1 more power. Like she could sell one of her 6-slot bags, I guess. Let's see. I think one of these people is a reagent vendor. So like that sells for 2. The spider silk. Okay, so unfortunately that is something nice to have, but fine. I'll sell the spider silk, which that will at least allow us to buy 1 more move.
Careful.
That is what it is. She's just so far behind, and none of our other characters have really suffered under this. It's what happens when you fight slightly higher level zones. Honestly, you end up losing money in the long run. You quest faster than you get gold. Whereas if you grind out the lower level stuff, which is what happens when you do a real kind of completionist character, you end up with buku gold to spare. So again, little problems that will be better when we do Burning Crusade Classic. But let's pick one of these level 24 powers at least, so we get one more. And
Hey there.
she's gonna save a little money for flight path. So she's got that. She could pick Holy Fire. I do use that spell in my rotation. I don't care. No, Hot Power Word. These are both super powerful. Dang. I'd say of all of those, probably Holy Word Shield. No, I mean, that's pretty solid as it is. Alright, I guess just for the sake of, like, clearing up everything, I'll get the Holy Fire.
See you around.
I do use that right now as part of my rotation. Tough break. Alright, so she's still missing 3. She needs about, I don't know, a silver and a half. Actually, I think I should probably sell one of those bags. Something. Because she's going to need to be able to take flight paths. I don't know where we're going to fly either. We need to go over to...
Need help?
Like, yeah, she could sell that, I guess. So it buys her a little bit. I got to remember exactly how we're going to get... So, if she goes to Menethil would allow her to go to Darnassus, and then she could also fly back to at least Ashenvale and then walk back down. So she's kind of got his... We could do it that way. I think that's probably our best bet. So we're gonna have to first get on a flight path over to Menethil, and I don't know how much that's gonna cost us. She'll probably save a little bit of money if she if we go ahead and take the trolley or the tram. Actually, let's maybe let's do that. That's the other annoying thing about her questing. Like, Stonetalon is just not a friendly place to quest. Maybe if you... We should have looked at it geographically maybe a little bit better. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Like, this is a better thing for, what's her name to do? Chelisir. She should have been the one. And live and learn. Or if we're just hitting one zone at a time, you could handle that way. Or had we had gone through Ashenvale all the way to get the flight paths that lead directly to Stonetalon, that'd be a little bit beneficial. But what are you gonna do? Because if you look at her maps, I have that. I think we'll save a little bit of money if we take the trolley first. It's just kind of a shame. We're gonna end up spending the first 20 minutes of this episode having leveled up and then traveling back, but it's okay. So, yeah, so we're gonna spend a little bit of time with her in this zone. Hopefully she gets to be around level 26 too, and I imagine that she will. There's not a ton of quests over there in Stonetalon for her to do, and there are ones that she has to finish. She's got to do that one that's around. She's gonna maybe have to partner up with somebody. Maybe I'll have to get. Or no, maybe I'll have to try to. I don't know if I'm part of a guild. I don't think I am. Can't remember how you look at the social guild. Okay, so she is part of a guild. Me and Galura, so I could always try. Patty's Pub, yeah, this is a kind of a weak guild. I'm gonna... I don't know. I think it's kind of a dumb guild name too. It seems like I think I'm gonna go ahead and G-quit it, because what's the point? And then maybe she could find a more active guild to be part of, who knows? I'm not active on any particular character, like, frequently enough, you know. I take a couple weeks off between each play session. Although again, she's going to hit it. So this is going to happen. So after she gets caught up, he can start Duskwood and she'll be on the parallel. Now then we can go back. Varrock is traveling through the Barrens. He's all on his own, so he can kind of continue on his own journey on that. Now Nessingwary is at Hillsbrad, but I have a second Alliance person, even though Hillsbrad is a terrible place for the Alliance to quest. In Shadow, what's her name? Shalasier. Her name used to be Shadow Song. Not Shalasier. Or is it Shalasier? Yeah, Shadow Song. Now Shalasier. But maybe I should... Because she's in Ashenvale right now. And after that, she was going to go to Hillsbrad. But... yeah, I guess. Whatever. I guess we'll do it. But meanwhile, that means Nessingwary has to wait for her to finish all of Ashenvale. So... she's got some work to do to catch up and do that. She actually will probably be ahead of wherever he is at by the time she gets there. So, this is right away then, as soon as we do a little bit of episode where we do one episode with Varrock, we're going to end up doing a bunch of Shalasier as she pushes through, which will unlock Black Fathom Deeps. And I don't know, she might just do it on her own. I might try to have all my... I don't know. I could try to have multiple characters do it. It's a tough call. And then Talanji can resume her horde journey through Ashenvale because no one's doing it with her. Maleficent can work on the wetlands. No one else is doing that. Earth Fury can do Stonetalon because no other horde is doing that. He can work at his own pace. And then she'll be back tag teaming Hillsbrad with Nessingwary, she being Shalasier. Farinell will continue Hillsbrad until he's done. So then after that we have the Stranglethorn Vale. It says Stranglethorn Vale North. I don't know that I have a Stranglethorn Vale South. I do. I do. Okay. So I have Stranglethorn Vale divided up like basically into half. So after Callie also does Duskwood. So once we get through that kind of set, which is sort of basically our fourth zone with each character, we have about 9 to 10 zones for every character. So we are right now currently ready for the fourth. So we're really only about a third of the way. We're getting caught up to where we could be. She's never even been here. What the WTF? Can't believe that. And now she can go to Menethil. That's 3 silver. I'm glad I earned a little bit more money. Then she'll be able to go back to Darkshore, and then probably have to sell something else just so she can make it down to Ashenvale. And then walk the rest of the way down into Stonetalon. So, 1,000 Needles, for some reason, I have so many freaking people going to 1,000 Needles. So, Eretor will open up 1,000 Needles. Varrock will go to 1,000 Needles as a horde. Nessingwary will then start the Stranglethorn Vale North. Talanji will join him from the horde side. Maleficent will do 1,000 Needles. So, everyone will have to wait until they're on the same page. Earth Fury will then do 1,000 Needles also. So we'll have to wait until he's done with Stonetalon. Shadow Song, Shalasier, is going to be doing it. So when she and Nessingwary are done with Hillsbrad, she'll be moving on to 1,000 Needles. And I just have a ton. Farinell will then be moving on to Stranglethorn Vale North, and Kalia will be doing Stranglethorn Vale North. So when we hit this tier, everyone is doing either 1,000 Needles or Stranglethorn Vale North. Every single person is funneling through those 2 zones. So we are going to hit a choke point, a serious choke point, where we're doing just crazy. So I don't know if it's just the leveling structure or whatever. I'm not sure, but we will be having all of our people hitting that places and then breaking back out. Then I have Eretor going to the Alterac Mountains. Varrock is going to be hitting Alterac Mountains from the Horde side. Nessingwary will be moving on to Arathi Highlands. Talanji will be hitting Arathi Highlands from the Horde side. Maleficent will be moving into Desolus. Earth Fury will be hitting Desolus from the Horde side. So there's, like, at least I think I was trying to do a pattern here, which wasn't based on geography so much as it was based on, like, keeping my records clear, which is dumb of me. Shalasir will also be doing Desolus. I think we need to go this way. So we'll have 2 people doing that. Farinel will be doing Arathi Highlands with Nessingwary, so he'll be kind of the other pair to that. I think this is the place. I think Dom Papa will tell us that we need to go to
What can I do for you?
Aberdeen, right?
See
So this
you
is where our
later.
boat's going to come in on this side. Yeah, so we have Talanji and Farinel both doing Arathi Highlands. We have 2 Horde doing that. And Kalia will also be doing Arathi Highlands. So we have 2 Horde and 2 Alliance all doing Arathi Highlands. So that's kind of another choke point, where then the others will be doing Desolus and Alterac Mountains. Then we will have Dustwallow Swamp from Eretor, while Varrock moves into the Swamp of Sorrows. And Nessingwary will move into the Springlethorn Vale South, and so will Talanji. Millie will be moving into the Badlands. Earth Fury will be moving into Feralis, which at that point I think is where we're going to actually hit our first real stopover for some reading lore, because Feralis is what has Dire Maul, which was really the first big patch. So it's going to kind of be a lore check-in point for us. It's been that forever since we've done that. Shalasir will also be doing Dustwallow Marsh with Eretor. Farinel will be doing Badlands, and I have the Searing Gorge. So maybe I don't have a lot of Searing. Maybe I guess I have it to where I could sort of kind of do both, either with him. Callie will be doing Swamp of Sorrow. Then Eretor Tanaris, Varrock Tanaris. Nessingwary will move to Hinterlands. Talanji Hinterlands. Maleficent Searing Gorge. Earth Fury Fellwood. Shalasir. Oh, Shalasir will also be doing Feralis, but from the Alliance side. So she's kind of got another one squeezed in there. She'll do Dustwallow Marsh, and then she'll do Feralis after we've done it. Farinel will be doing, I guess, the Searing Gorge. Kalia will be doing Searing Gorge also. Then I have Eretor doing Ajara. I don't even know if that's really a zone. Varrock following him to Ajara. Nessingwary hitting Ungoro Crater. Talanji hitting Ungoro Crater. Maleficent doing the Blasted Lands. Earth Fury then moving into Fellwood. And Shalasir moving to Fellwood. Farinel moving to the Blasted Lands. And Kalia moving to the Blasted Lands. And then we're sort of kind of getting near the end. We will have Eretor do West then Eastern Plaguelands. Varrock will be doing Winter Spring. Nessingwary Winter Spring. Talanji West then Eastern Western Plaguelands, and then Silithus. Maleficent will be doing Burning Steps and maybe Silithus. Earth Fury Eastern Plaguelands. Maybe he'll have to do Western first. Weird. Shalasir will do Western and Eastern Plaguelands. Farinel Burning Steps. Kalia Burning Steps. So yeah, as we get to, it's just kind of a cluster. Kind of a cluster to be sure, but I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. These are all lessons. This is kind of a real, even though we're, in our second year of the show and we're over 1,000 episodes in, we're still learning. There's still a lot that we're gonna stick this out because these characters. I don't want to throw the book on classic. We've got to do it. I just think it'll be a whole entirely different experience with Burning Crusade Classic and Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and I'm looking forward to that a lot. I think we can do it a lot better service. It'll be a lot cleaner. So this is kind of just more like a random. It's not exactly random. I mean, I've got notebooks trying to plot a path. I just really should have done it way differently. Hindsight 2020. We've created a lot of unnecessary travel, a lot of unnecessary questing in zones that are a bit too difficult for us. We got Bustin here in front of me. One of my favorite things is to, it's like a gag I do around my kids, but whenever they say, when that saying came out that something is bussin', and when they had that whole meme or whatever it was to where you had like sure and you had something being good food is bussin'. I love to say that it is busting, and then people will be like, kids, whoever, my family members are like, it's not busting, it's bussin'. And then they also cringe because one, it's so cringy that I'm saying busting, and also busting I hear that could mean something inappropriate. I don't know. So then I'll be like, yes, it's busting. And it's just it never gets old for me. I love it so much. All right, so we're getting there. We're on the right continent, ladies and gents. This is a lot less painful than previous episodes where we've ran our little butt off with Kelly. I hope we have enough money. We only have a gold and a half. I don't know where we'll get the rest of our money from. Sell a kidney. I don't know. Could sell this potion stack, I guess. Sell some of our milk. Do not. We could sell some of our silk. I don't want to do those things, but we need to be able to fly down. Let's find out how much it costs to fly to, at least to Ashen Vale, because I don't think we can fly to Stonetalon. Let's check it out.
I am honored.
Alright, I need a ride so we can get to Ashtranar. Oh, we can get to Stonetalon. Looky. Costs the same. It's 3. So that's cool. Costs 3 silver. So we need almost 2 whole silver. Goodness gracious, where are we going to get that money? We need 3 silver, 30. So that's about 40. That's 71. It's 1 silver, 71.
How may I help?
Let's find out where we can get that 1 silver, 71. All right, first off, I could sell this. Okay. All right, I'm gonna sell that sack of potions since we have a slightly better one here. All right, so now we need about half a silver. The milk's not even gonna do it. Dang. These. Ugh. Okay, fine. We'll sell that. There we go. We sold our 2 potions. So that we are broke. She's broke as a joke. Broke. That's also another thing. The poor girl spends 7 silver, 8 silver traveling each time she wants to go back to the capital. All right, so now she's there. That's good that we can fly there. I'm glad. I didn't realize that was a thing. So now we're back in business, and we are almost a half an hour into our episode. That's Warcraft Classic for you. Alright, so now she can go back and turn this in. She's not ready for that. There's also Gorenzo Wrench Whistle. Actually, she has those quests. Why are they not? She already has that picked up. And then she has these reclaiming the whatevers. I wonder why. We might have to log out and log back in because it looks like her quests haven't appeared, but look. Oh, it's showing it right there. She could maybe try to handle Gorenzo Wrench Whistle. Or whatever it's called. Yeah, Gorenzo. That's Gorenzo's orders. She might be able to handle that. I don't know. She can just kill the harpies and stuff for a while. It's not showing right there, if you notice. I don't know why. Could I track them? Yeah, it doesn't say you can. So, whatevs. She might have to log out and log back in when she lands, and that's okay. It's whatever. Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, there's not a lot of other quests right now that we can do. I think so. If we can do this, I think a few actually open up, but I don't even know that they do. I don't know. Maybe. And it might require us to teleport. So that's a pain. But we go up here, right around here, and climb that tower for that one. We'll turn this in. Maybe that will open up another thing. Who knows? Yeah, so we'll log it. You know, Questy does this sometimes. We'll log out and log back in. But we are here. All right, so I do. We'll do a few with her, but honestly, there's not a lot. If that's really it for us, and it might be, that's cool. You know, it'll take maybe one more episode after this one, which is not really the end of the world or anything. I don't know. Let's maybe check and see while we're flying if there's a Stonetalon Mountains classic quest. Let's check that out. All right, so let's just kind of go by level. Let's do required level. They've got it from low to high, but we're Alliance, so we have old colleague. I don't know if we've done that one. A gnome's respite. I feel like we did that. We definitely did that. Special delivery. Bring the scroll of messaging. I don't know if we did that or not. That was step 2 of this. We did that. A scroll from Morin. I feel like we probably did. We definitely did Devils in Westfall. Garenzo's Orders. That's the one we need to come back. Covert Ops Beta and Covert Ops Alpha. We've done. Update for Sentinel. Maybe we would have to have something else for that. Kayla's update. Venture Code letter. So these are low. Garenzo's Orders is that other one. That's we have to do that. 10 Gaia seats. A Cycle of Rebirth. We have not picked that one up. For whatever reason, that's not a thing. I don't believe we've done that one. Oh, that's Horde. That's why. We have done the retrieval for Morin. Find Taronda Whisperwind in Darnassus. Okay. We did Enraged Spirits. We're doing the Reclaiming the Charred Vale right now. No, that's it. So we have these few that we're on, and that is about it. So we're gonna log out and then log back in. But so I guess that's good. We're gonna have to try to find someone to help us in Stonetalon. There's just no way around it. We need someone to help so that, because otherwise we're gonna be stuck, not able to really do that one on camera. It's just such a freaking hard quest. Yeah, I don't know how we pull it off, but we'll certainly try. Alright, so let's wait for this to repopulate. Now we're there, and now it has them. Alright, so yeah, we just have these here. There's nothing up here. We have that one to turn in. We have those couple. So yeah, I guess let's go. So first things first, let's go back and just keep killing harpies as we were. What's this guy? What is this? He's the one that wants us to reclaim the Charred Vale. So actually it doesn't even matter. We can go turn this one in. I don't know. I don't think it even really matters which one we do first. I guess this one's kind of more on the way, but then again, that one. This one, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll do this. This is probably more fun. Let's just get right into some killing, because we spent a lot of time walking. But yeah, then she's her journey to Duskwood. I mean, we could almost finish on this episode if it wasn't for the fact that this quest right here is really gonna schlock us around, and I don't know how much travel we're gonna need. But we will finish this zone by the next episode, just because it's so small. You have a handful of quests, and then she'll be going over to Duskwood, which I think at 25, that's fine for her. She can do Duskwood, right there with Eretor. So that's not too shabby. And then I think with who was the person that finished? Oh, It'll be a little bit different with Chalice here because she's so far behind. So she really will quest in Ashen Vale for a little while. There's just so many quests there. She'll have things that she needs to do, and then we'll have to get up to Black Fathom Deeps, at least with her, and check that out. So we'll see. Yeah, cool. While we're here, I guess we can do... I'll just put a little shout out. What it's called, Gorenzo's Orders with me. Gorenzo's Orders. Yeah, it's just a little... I spelled Gorenzo's Orders wrong, but that quest is just such a pain. So maybe someone will hear it and be like, yeah, sure, I'm cool, I'm down. That's all we can do is, and that's what's going to slow us down. We are not going to be able to do that without help. Not now. Like I said, at level 28, I was able to two-man it, and I probably could have... Well, we could have two-manned it at lower level. I think with a priest, if I bubble Gorenzo, you know, we'll be okay. Mobs are just such a pain. So, yeah. We will... I'll put it in the global, too. I know she's walking in place, but I put it in looking for group, too. You never know. Maybe I'll get somebody. We don't really need a ton. We just need someone. Meantime, we'll kill. And I'm not going to spam the channel. We'll save that for our next episode, and that's what we'll do. We'll spam the channel while we finish off. Like, it'll probably, you know, we are right now already got about 25 minutes left. That's probably going to take us that long to kill the harpies. So we'll just set that up. Maybe we'll get a message in the meantime. We'll get just a delightful helper, but we shall see. And, you know, meanwhile, she's also going to just kill whatever she sees. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and hit... Oh, they're already aggroing on. Of course they are. Okay, and then we'll just hit it with our... We do have a slightly stronger wand. I am happy about that. And our Holy Fire is stronger too, so we got 300 XP. Yeah. Can't really super duper complain about that. And we'll just have to hope we get lucky. I mean, I will try. I will surely give it the old... I'll try to solo that again. It's just... What happened? Maybe if I with liberal use of Psychic Scream and stuff like that, we might. And if I, you know, if I bubble the dude, we might get lucky, but it's sketchy for sure. Alright, I'm sort of just going to kind of fight my way down into this valley. Like, sure, why not fight this person? We need the XP. She needs it. So why not? I don't think I'm gonna get... If I had this type of thing where you just need like one random person to help you with one random quest, that's really where guilds come into play, or friends. But unfortunately, my other characters, like my wife's characters, is on a different server. We play on a different server, so I couldn't even have like my wife's character swoop in to help us. Or absolutely would. You know, I'm also thinking about this, so tell me what you guys think. I know I have some people like Cuzzy out there that are just fantastic fans, and I would love to. What I'm thinking about doing is when I do the Burning Crusade, bringing in a second person. So there's some pros and some cons about that. So the pros would be with two people, you can clear, you know, playing a thorough style where you're essentially over-leveled and over-gold for everything. You can clear, with smart class selection, pretty much any content in the game outside of 5-man dungeon and raid content. With smooth sailing. So there's no stress, there's nothing like what's happening right now where we're like, well, how are we going to finish that quest? That's one major pro. The second major pro is just think about any real good podcast you listen to. there's always a second or third, 2 to 3 people. So I think sometimes we get in these modes where you're just hearing me ramble about my life. I don't think that happens so much when you have more than one person. You need a second character, you know, if you have a second person to talk to, I think that's just key. Someone to joke with, someone to talk with. But so those are 2 pros, and they're freaking strong pros, you know. 15, 2, 1. Ooh, that is a much better cloak. Atta girl. Maybe not as cute, but it is cool. Now what are the cons? Well, the cons are, 1, someone would have to be comfortable with their playing, their talking, their personality being online. And so that's a tough sell for some people. A lot of people aren't comfortable being on air. They don't want to be recorded. And even if I played with someone that was more like offline, quote unquote, like they weren't on mic, and it was really just their character, you'd still hear me talking to them in the background and stuff like that. So that could be mitigated by relegating them to an on-screen presence, by keeping the mic off that person, and having them just play, and then they're helping me. They're an in-game character. They could perhaps join in and chat whenever they felt like it, but they're not tied to the recording. So that downside is only a small one because, like I said, it can be mitigated. The number one is scheduling. The main reason I can so easily come put this content out. Whoa, why is that Blood Fury Ripper an elite? That's probably elite rare. But yeah, the main reason is because I can, whenever I want, I can be like, yeah, I'm playing my character right now. It's go time. And I wouldn't be able to do that. So I would have to have a scheduled time to make the episodes. Yeah, and so it would change my recording schedule. I'd have to have someone that was willing to commit at least every other day, or maybe, you know, not necessarily. I guess it wouldn't have to be every other day, but like that equivalent. Like it'd have to be someone that would be committed to recording for an hour and a half at a time, at least 3 times a week. Because I could do reading episodes the rest of the time, and then I'm still cranking out the same kind of level of content, even though it might not be in the exact same order. It's okay. But I think that's the hardest thing. So there are a lot of people online that are fans that might want to join up. They might live in different time zones or other countries or whatever that makes that impractical. The 2 obvious easy candidates for me are my wife and my son. Now, I think my son would think it was cool, and I could, oh crap. And I think I could get him on board, but here's my son's problem. He does not have the same kind of follow through and commitment to like doing something for a long time that I do. That is not his strength. So he might say yes now and totally flake. He doesn't have the same passion for it as I do. So that's a big deal. Sorry, I tightened up here. The butthole's getting tight a little bit as I try to kill these creatures here. I do need a rogue feather, so that's good, but I think I have to settle in. Come on. Oh, we didn't die the whole last episode. I was just about to hit that desperate prayer. I drew the freaking stupid basilisk. That was just bad luck, bad planning. Damn it. Should have watched my 6 a little bit better than that. Pop the desperate prayer. Yeah, poor girl. She needs to level up a little bit more. So yeah, so I like the idea of injecting a little bit of lifeblood into this by doing it that way. Also, that it's this. None of this would happen for a while because it would have to wait until Wrath of the Lich King. I mean, till Burning Crusade Classic, till we finish this entire thing. We got a ways to go. Like I said, we're only a third of the way through. And I mean, it can go a pinch faster than it's been going. Oh man, I need to look around. That's gonna be a dead end. If I stay like this week, I'm doing pretty solid about. Today's it's Friday, and this is my 5th video this week, so I have been more disciplined this week about trying to crank one out every day. So even at that rate, like I'd have to really look back and see how many episodes we've done. I think we've done quite a few. Every cycle through, every zone has required, I don't know, the starting zones took a few, the original zones, less than 10. We haven't really had very many zones go as far as 10. So I would say maybe we're like around 25 episodes per character. So we probably have a little bit more than 200 episodes this far in. And so if we keep at that rate, then we could estimate that this show is going to take 400 to 500 more episodes to complete. And considering we do an episode of reading in between each one, we're looking at anywhere from 800 to 1,000 more episodes. And at the rate I'm going right now, maybe about 300 episodes per year. That math starts to look daunting. It starts to look like, holy cow, are we going to be doing this for another 3 years? Playing Classic for another 3 years? Holy freaking crap. Maybe not. Maybe some episodes will tighten up. I'm overestimating because I'm estimating at almost 10 episodes per zone. I don't think they all have to be that long. I don't think so at all. But it's not crazy to think that this project will take us a year and a half to 2 more years to complete. Now, Cuzzy talked about before how at that rate, it's going to take us longer than each game cycle to cover each game. But you have to remember, Classic is far and away the longest. Far and away. Even retail, when we come back and we redo the same Classic zones, the vanilla zones, so much faster. We'll be able to crank out the leveling, the actual quest completion way fast. It won't take us 10 episodes to finish a zone. Absolutely in no way, shape. And even when we redo Burning Crusade Classic, now that one will take us a little while again because we're going to come back and do the whole thing. But even that, I think it'll be a little faster with the new way that we're going to do it. But yeah, we in all honesty are probably, but it will probably be like 5 years at this rate, unless I grossly speed things up somehow. It'll be 5 years before we finished Classic, Burning Crusade Classic, and Wrath of the Lich King Classic. And in that time period, we will have 2 more retail expansions that have come out. Now, once we hit Cataclysm, now we got a whole different ballgame. Things will go way faster. It absolutely will not take years. It'll take a few months to finish each expansion. Legion being probably the only exception. Legion will take a little bit of time because we have to do the full class campaign for every single class, and some of those are time gated. So that one might end up taking us a little bit longer, and plus we'll be playing through the content. But there's just no way. It'll be way quicker. So even though it seems like, oh, there's no end in sight, there actually is eventually an end in sight. I wouldn't be surprised if we smashed through all of the other expansions, within a year and a half or something. So this whole project would, take a little bit of time, but not. And who knows? Maybe we'll speed it up at some point. It's hard to say. Alright, so we gotta be real careful where we decide to plant our flag and fight these guys. Where we decide to fly our freak flag. See if I can.
It's too far away.
Can't. Yeah, we just got. Oh man, hate it when they do this. We just got bad luck with the aggro. Where we aggroed, so on and so forth. Okay, so boom, we gotta reapply our sunblock there. Our SPF 9000. It helps. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Same freaking thing is happening. Okay, so I suck. I'm gonna just not learn from my mistakes
I'm out of range.
at all. And we have no mana this time. She resisted my magic. What a freaking jerk. Gosh. Oh man.
Still recharging.
Come on. I suck. I completely suck ever. Just completely. Okay, that girl is still there. Maybe we'll get
To
lucky.
get closer.
Okay, well, we got our kill. We lived. Oh gosh, but I did end up having to use my desperate prayer. And accurate name there. I was desperate. That was definitely a prayer that had to pop off. All right, let's wait for things to recharge a little bit. Okay, so we need 3 more Slayers, 5 more Rogue Feathers. And they're kind of all... It's like the Rogue Feathers are that way. They're all kind of in this vicinity. There's a regular Harpy, Windcaller, Ambusher. We already killed all those. We gotta kind of work in this direction. Because that was scary. Alright, so that's a Storm Witch. We don't particularly need that, but I mean, why not? I mean, I guess we kill it to be safe. We gotta clear our zone. This casts a little slower now. That's a change, you know.
It's too far away.
I can have it. Oh, she's level 20. Oh my gosh. Maybe this one will stay on me. And the other one won't. She's coming. That one's running. Baited. Okay, so we're out of mana. We got this stupid curse. I wish she had a way of taking curses off herself. Wonder, can we take off a beneficial? No, nothing to the spell. I hate you. Alright, well, we managed to successfully kill like 2 harpies, so, you know, whatever. We're champions, basically. Let's get the Slayer. That Storm Witch didn't aggro on. We have 2 now. So we need to sort of... Come on. Let's see what we can do here.
I need to get closer.
Okay, we got one. As long as this other one doesn't bring back any kind of aggro for us. Oh, it did. It did. Dag nabbit. Just got fleet. Hopefully they all... Because we got the elementals on us now. It's just... so sketch. Okay. So bad. Alright. Yeah, we gotta... We just gotta clear the area a little bit. Yeah, so I'm just killing some harpies just to clear it out. They're a little weaker for killing it for the XP. Just buying ourselves a little bit more path to... Plus it'll help kick in her... whatchamacallit? Her, that thing, Spirit Tap. Thanks for the coal. Really happy about the coal. Alright, there's that Blood Fury Slayer. We do need 2 more Slayers. Okay, so let's see. How can we fight this Storm Witch? Will it work? So let's see. This one's only 26. I would imagine as a caster, its life is going to be a little bit weaker. Is broken through my shield now. Got it. Got him. Okay. Yeah, see, we are getting some linen. Thank the Lord about that. How much linen do we have altogether? That was it. That was the first. So that's enough for 1 more point of tailoring. That can get us up to 70. That's good. That's a rogue feather. We need that. Trick is we need this rogue feather without aggroing on any of the others. You suck so bad, you stupid rogue feather. It's resisting everything. I hate you. I hate your whole generation. Alright, let's fight at it. Ugh. I can't believe I feel. Oh no. No. Knew it. This one we can chase down. Get her. My Desperate Prayer's not back yet, so there's that. Alright, so we're off the hook. Slayer decided to leave us alone. I'm gonna drink one of my milks. You know, when I get really stressed and I'm hanging out in the forest by myself, what really makes me feel better is just pulling out a glass of milk from my pocket and slurping it down. Thanks for the milk. Thanks, Mom. So my son, he'll bring water bottles to school all the time, and he is notorious about leaving them. And sometimes he'll bring. So last year it got so bad he would bring so many to school that he'd bring these water bottles and he'd lose them. And you know, if you buy good ones like Turvises and stuff, they're not cheap. So eventually he lost like every single one of his, and you know, we'd be like, oh, go to your classroom, master teacher, blah blah blah, and he just would, they're gone forever, just infinity, gone into the void. So I would be like, well, I guess you're drinking out of the water fountain now, bud. Like, I'm doing the strict like dad approach, and my wife is like, oh well, honey, you know, I want you to have water, so she started giving her water bottles to him. So she started sending him to school with her water bottles, and I was like, "This is a bad idea. He can't even he can't keep his own. I hope you're like cool losing your water bottles." So of course, you know, he would forget and lose her water bottles. So you know, she has the same one she would take to her job and everything. So it started. So then she started putting me on the case, even though I advised against this the entire time. And she started saying, like, you know, can you remind him, make sure that he brings my water bottle? Will you help him? Will you contact his teacher? So it became my job to get the water bottles back. And so one of the jokes that I did was I said that if he lost another water bottle, I was gonna make him start wearing a shirt to school. I was gonna make one of those shirts, like I don't know, go to shirt making company or whatever, Cricket or something. And I said I was gonna make him a shirt that said, my other water bottle is my mom, or something like that. My other favorite bottle is my mom. I can't remember now. Now I've killed the joke, but it was pretty funny. People got kicked out. It was like a running joke around my house for a while. Like my other bottle is my mom, and then having like a picture of his mom on his shirt. So, my wife thought it was gross, and that's just my favorite kind of joke. If it makes my wife be like, "What is wrong with you?" then I know that I've nailed it. I've hit my target audience. What is wrong with you? So that's pretty good. I was at work the other day. I was like in a meeting or something, and one of this lady that I've worked with for a long time, who she's one of my like best buddies at work. I was in the meeting. I made some kind of joke like that, and she said the same thing. She dropped a "What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?" And I was like, I texted my wife like right away. I was like, "Oh, I feel like you're here in spirit." Yeah. You know, it's that busting sense of humor that I have. All right, so we've killed all the slayers. We just need these rogue feathers. They're sneaky, those rogues. What we're gonna do? How we're gonna find more, but find them we shall. Alright, so let's find them. Unfortunately, they look a lot like these slayers, and they hang around here in this same zone, so that's a little annoying. And I also, we need to clear them, so whatever. We need 4. We can just get to that 4. We're kind of, like, I kind of don't want to march all the way back down here for 4 things, so maybe we will just kill these, and this will take us, it'll make up for the fact that our last one's a little under an hour. Maybe we won't even turn them in. We'll save that for the next time. There's a rogue feather too. Look at that. Shield up. Mount up. Mount up. We also have that, we haven't even turned in the tree one yet, so we got some XP coming our way. Looks like that thing broke through our shield already. Yikes. Pipes. Kind of saving, like, should I shield? Should I... Come on. Alright. Went ahead and decided against it. I probably could have gone for a cheaper heal on that one. Alright, so we need 3 more rogue feathers now. Slayer, there's a rogue feather. I need to just pull that bad boy right now. Do that. Maybe even better. Because it gives a time for... I mean, whatever. You know what? I have been doing that wrong. I do need to be hitting them with the dot immediately after the first dot. She gets us good. Oh man, my other dot's already over. Okay, let's see what we can do. That was a toughie. Okay. Alright, so we need 2 more. Oh, we got a scroll of strength. Wow, I can't wait to get strong. There's another rogue feather. I feel so strong. Oh, strength. Strength. We need that rogue feather. There's a solid chest too. I want some of that. Whatever it is, we can sell it. Okay. Let's go after this girl. I mean, they're all girls, I suppose. What do they do with the men? I don't know. We read about them on one of our D&D books. Like, do they eat them? Do they hide them somewhere? Are they a completely different race? Are harpies just created, like, in a weird magical ritual? I think that was what we came down on. Like, they have eggs, but, like, they steal the flesh of outsiders or something. Not with this. Okay. We're gonna have to save it for healing.
I can't cast that yet.
Okay, we do have enough for it to do a solid heal. That's good. Okay. There it goes. We can hit a desperate prayer if we really need to. Don't have a dot. I don't like that. I don't like when we don't have a dot going on. Okay, cool. We need 1 more. 1 more stinking rogue feather. Notice that we're like completely in a spot where Questy is not saying that there's rogue feathers at all. Stupid questy. That was dumb. Also, the fact that there was nothing good in that chest at all. I will murder every single person. Okay, let's get this. Slay the Slayer as we look for our last rogue feather. Just need one more. We got our double dots going on. Down to one. And this dot's short. What is it? 10-second dot. Whereas this is a 18-second dot. Pretty. The difference between 10-second dot and an 18-second dot is noticeable. That was nice silver. Right, 15 silver just from the stuff we've picked up. Remember, we are at about, we need about 1 gold, 35 silver, so with travel fees and stuff, we need about 1.5. 1 gold and a half. Come on. To be appropriately, like, for her to pick up all her level 24 powers. Yeah, we just got slayers everywhere. What are we gonna do with these guys? I guess just sort of kind of kill my way through them anyway. There's not really a lot I can do. It does say across the vale there's another patch. So if we can kind of make our way over there, maybe I'm gonna just be safe and kill this one. I don't like those storm witches. One quit. They're jerks. The slayers aren't too bad. The rogue feathers are more annoying. They really seem to be able to lace into me. Let's see. I have one of my people in that ASS Alliance Secret Service, but I'm not doing any raiding with them. Obviously, my highest level character I think is Eritor at 26. All right, so we got to kind of weave our way through. There's a rogue feather. Okay, so we can get to a spot where we can go after that rogue feather. Let's fade. Yeah, let's see what we can do here. Can we hit this one up without aggroing on? Okay, maybe. So far so good, but now is where we come to the dicey spot. Okay. The last one we need. Come on. Yeah, baby. We did it. Okay, so now I just want to escape. We have to go back to Stonetalon Peak. We'll do that one second. So we're gonna just escape this vale. Maybe I'm gonna go ahead and cast Fade on myself. It has a 30-second cooldown, but it only lasts 10 seconds. Sorta. Whatever. He resisted my psychic scream. Okay. We're gonna keep this going. I die. But I would prefer not to die. You know, I would prefer not to die. If I have a vote, how about I vote no death? Glad it's Friday, guys. TGIF. Ready to enjoy a weekend. Ready to stay up a little bit late tonight and hang out with my family, my loving family. Yeah. I can't say it's been a long work week. It's been exactly the same length as any other work week. And it didn't go by slow. It went by very fast. It was very busy. But it's still nice to enjoy the weekend and get a little reboot, a little rest. Yeah. All right, so we made it out of the valley. I think I'm going to go down here because I don't really know that there's been anything great up there for... You know what? Actually, maybe we'll go up there in case we can find a rested XP spot. And then for the next time we come play with Callie. But yeah, like I said, I really think I wouldn't be shocked if we just had one more episode. So this isn't going to be too much of a setback to get her wherever to Duskwood. Really not so. And plus, it'll be good because she'll be back over in this zone. Now, is there a way to get to Thousand Needles from here? No, we would have to go. I don't even know. We'll have to look at and see. Can the Alliance? I think the Alliance can quest. I think Thousand Needles is sort of a neutral zone. Where do we? How do we get there? Do we have to kind of go? I don't know. I don't know how we get there. I'll have to maybe research that. I mean, sure, we could like suicide run from the Barrens. It does say we can have a dungeon that goes there, but I feel like that's like a horde kind of area. So, I don't know. We'll have to research that, but we got a little bit of time to do it. We're not doing Thousand Needles anyway quite yet. That happens after Duskwood. And we'll be... Thousand Needles is really like... You're getting close to like level 40. So you really should probably be like 35 or something before you start. I don't know. And we're not even close. Like, she'll be 25 and change by the time she finishes this zone. So, we might be around level 30. Can you do Thousand Needles at level 30? Let's look at the zone. Classic zones by level. Let's just see what it looks like as a leveling guide kind of sort of thing. If you look at some of this stuff, you've got... Starting zones. Okay, so it does say Thousand Needles is 30 to 35. Okay, so that's fine. So if we can get close to level 30, we'll be okay. And it does say Stonetalon is 20 to 25. Well, this is definitely above. See that, which is weird. It is not. No, I think that's more for Horde. No, it says Alliance. This is what screws you. Look at that. Stonetalon, you should not be questing in Stonetalon at level 20. Like, that's what screwed us here. This was too hard for that. And it's definitely closer in the 20, like, 2027. Hillsbrad Foothills, 25 to 30. Like, what does he have to do out there? Nessingware, he was out there at around 25. He's just not quite there. So following this leveling guide's a bit tough. But, yeah, Wetlands, yeah. So she's going to be good to go to Duskwood. And then Stranglethorn Vale North, Thousand Needles, Desolate, and Arathi. So I guess there's stuff for that there. Stranglethorn Vale South, Badlands. See, this is where I got, I think, where I picked my pathing from. Tanaris, Hinterlands, Fairless, Searing Gorge, they are all somewhat similar. Blasted, Ungoro, Ajara, Fellwood, all in that. Winter, Spring, Burning Steps, Western, Eastern Plaguelands will take us through the end. Yeah, so you're really only, your end zones really are Winter, Spring, Burning Steps, and the Plaguelands. That's how you end the game. Now, I don't see Silithus anywhere in there, so I think you kind of should be level 60 already when you're doing Silithus. So that kind of be like an end game type of material. But what layer is the buff popping tonight? I don't even. I don't even get it all up enough not to really know. Layer 2, layer, yeah, see, I don't know what that means, unless it's like a kind of like a server cluster kind of thing. I don't know. Or it's a raid related to raids. I feel like we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I just need to do each raid one time on camera for you guys. I'm not trying to get into raiding or anything. So by the time we get to that level, I will probably pick our favorite character for each, whoever's the highest, and work on gearing them up, because we will probably have some snooty people that won't even let us play until we've geared up. That's going to be a little bit annoying, but... Alright. We did it, guys. We made up for our slightly shorter episode last time, and we progressed nicely. Really, all we did was travel back here and finish one more quest, but we're almost done. We have this one to do, and then we'll try to get some friends to help us with Gorenzo's orders. If not, we'll try it one more time on our own, and worst comes to worst, we'll just have to table it for a future date. It could be pretty tough. We got some rested XP, I like that too. Alright, awesome. Thank you, everyone. We have another episode in the pipe, 5x5. I look forward to seeing you all next time for the next episode of Lore of Warcraft. Peace!